How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, y'all know I reported this yesterday. Well, they got the suspects. You know, they got their pictures up, put it that way, because they long dead. Dennis Tittle and Regina Nicholas. Tittle and Nicholas were killed in a drug raid during the HPD. Officers were injured by gunfire on June. So, they look like straight dope fiend. Straight dope fiend. So, let me see. I'm going to blow this up. I want to look at their house. Ooh. Wait till y'all see their crib. Okay, somebody put a little something there. Let me see. So, the two suspects who died, she was 58 and he was 59. And they sitting up there, running drugs out their crib. And they own drugs. You can see it all over their face. So, this is their house. And I'm going to show this picture here. Ooh, that look bad. They busted all through their crib, but their crib was bad anyway. You can tell. Watch, cause I seen some of the pictures. I didn't see all the pictures. Let's see what we have here. That's the front of the house. Raggedy. And y'all was running drugs out of there? Check this out. Oh my goodness. 17 bullet holes can be seen on the front entrance and the address is 7815 Hartling Street on Tuesday, January 29, 2019. Where 5 Houston police officers were wounded while serving a warrant the day before. 17 bullets. See what I said, my royal family? Every day. Every day. So as we continue on. Oh, ouch. Oh, I see blood. Oh, I see blood. Oh, they had an all-out shootout. Oh, yeah, there's some blood there. Ain't no joke. Ooh, they was shooting up that house. Okay, that's about it there. So, first video. I'm gonna go over here and hear what the police have to say.
Blessed in the city of Houston that we have medical facilities that are second to none, and I believe that many people that in other places may not survive because of the excellence of this hospital.
Houston police wrapped up a news conference just moments ago. What we've just learned about the officers shot in the line of duty yesterday. Our Ken Molestina was at that news conference at Memorial Hermann Hospital.
He joins us now live with the very latest on the case. Ken.
Right, and as you just mentioned, this wrapped up just a couple of minutes ago. Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo addressing reporters and giving us an update on the officers that were shot. So I'm going to ask you all to just kind of bear with us as we go through this, because this was a lot of information pertaining to a lot of different officers. 5 in total, 5 police officers, as we reported last night, were hurt as a result of all of this, but only 4 of those 5 were shot. The other officer had a blown out knee, and that officer is expected to be okay. So let's talk again about the 4 that were shot. Of those 4 that were shot, we're told that 3 of them are still receiving treatment and that they are expected to have a long recovery, but they are expected to recover. There is 1 police officer, however, that because of the family's wishes, police officials here today did not give too much detail as to his condition. They would only say that he is in critical but stable condition, and they said that that officer is, quote, in quite the fight right now. Here's what else we've learned today. The identities of the 2 suspects who were shot and killed during this gun battle. Those are 59-year-old Dennis Tuttle and 58-year-old Regina Nicholas. Now, police say the two attacked police with gunfire and by releasing a dog on them as those police officers were trying to make entry into the house, which was being raided by the undercover narcotics officers. They believe that drugs were being sold inside of that house, so they were going in with a warrant. Now, police say those were the only two suspects that were inside the house. They tell us they found drugs and they found guns once they did get inside. Chief Acevedo asked for prayers for his officers, but he also shared some words of condolences. Have a listen.
You know, everybody has a family, and our condolences goes out to the suspects. I mean, at the end of the day, you engage police officers and you start shooting at police officers, they're going to shoot back, but that's somebody's loved one, and we send our thoughts out to the families, right? We can't control who our family members are, and we can't control what they do, but it's a tragedy when you have a loss of life. There's nothing to celebrate other than we're just very fortunate that we had 5 officers injured, 4 shot, and they're all alive.
Well, I should mention that one of those police officers that was shot is a 54-year-old sergeant. The police tell us this was, in fact, the 3rd time that sergeant has been shot in the line of duty. 2 other times back in 1991 and in 1997. What happened last night was the 3rd time that this has happened to that officer. He is being treated here still at the hospital, again, with a wound, a gunshot wound to the neck, according to Police Chief Art Acevedo. Now, we're also told that Houston's mayor is expected to show up here at the hospital within the next 30 minutes or so. He wants to pay a couple of visits to some of these wounded police officers. So that is the very latest from Houston, of course, as any new information continues to develop.
All right, my royal family. So we updated on that. And I thought this would be also a good video to play. Dallas relative of Houston police shooters arrived at crime scene. Our prayers are with the officers. All right.
Tonight, it continues a day after 5 officers were seriously hurt in the line of duty. The mix of emotions comes after 4 officers were confirmed shot, another injured while trying to serve a drug warrant on a suspected dope house.
Ken Molesina is live in Houston outside of Memorial Hermann Hospital where those officers are being treated. Ken?
Well, Gilma and Doug, that sense of optimism is coming from the fact that all of these police officers are, in fact, alive tonight. And matter of fact, one of the police officers was sent home last night. He was given the all clear. And today we've learned that one of the suspects behind all of this has ties to North Texas via his sister.
The bullet holes in the crime scene tape are everywhere outside Dennis Tuttle and Regina Nicholas' house. Tuttle's sister drove down from North Texas when she heard her brother and his wife were killed after a gun battle with police who tried serving a drug warrant here.
I do not know any details other than I came here hoping that it was incorrect.
Once she got here and realized what had happened, she offered this message for the injured officers.
Our prayers are with the officers and their families who were affected. It's a very tough situation.
During a news conference, Houston's police chief Art Acevedo detailed how the officers quickly came under fire by Tuttle and Nicholas.
Being officers in the stack started laying down cover fire, left positions of cover themselves, and they all, I believe, heroically pulled their fellow officers out of harm's way. And then we all know what happened between Life Flight, EMS, and Houston Police, where we escorted everybody here.
Of the 4 shot is a veteran sergeant who has unbelievably been shot twice before in the line of duty. This most recent incident makes it 3 times. That officer took a round to the neck, but he was able to communicate with the chief through a note.
We just passed a note to one of us, one of our officers, that said, I had to get in there because I knew my guys were down.
It's that kind of courage the chief says he wants his officers to be known for.
But we need to pray for all these officers.
And we'll remind you that there are still 2 officers that are here in critical but stable condition. Their families, their colleagues have been by their side the entire time. And there is some talk that perhaps yet another officer could possibly go home tonight if the officers...
All right, my royal family. So, where's the suspects? We ain't surprised. We ain't surprised. I don't know what else to say, And, homeboy last night was talking real greasy. Oh, we picked up on that. It was like they was throwing shade at us. Don't be mad at us. That's the first time I ever heard the police show any concern or thoughts to the family. Ain't that ironic, my royal family? Ain't that ironic? Well, I tell you this, there will be more to come. America, you ain't been dealing with your immediate situation. Y'all always focusing on us. And then when you focus on your own, it's so out of control. You didn't let them get away with shit for years. So we feel absolutely nothing at all. But, you know, I have to do what I have to do, you know, to continue to show the enemy what you really is. You real greasy. So, my royal family, do what you do best. Render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.